It's our first time looking at Onyx. It's a connection game. Alright. A piece can be placed on the midpoint of a square only if all four corners of that square are currently occupied. Once placed, pieces do not move. Captured pieces are immediately removed from the board. Alright. The rule for capturing allows a player to capture 2 enemy pieces in a single turn. All of the following conditions must be met. The 2 enemy pieces occupy opposite corners of a square. Okay. The third corner of the square is already occupied by a piece owned by the capturing player. The square's midpoint is unoccupied. The capture is executed by placing a piece on the remaining unoccupied corner of the square. If the capturing move also simultaneously completes a second square on the board where the same conditions prevail, then the move results in the capture of 4 enemy pieces instead of 2. Black tries to connect the 2 horizontal black sides with an unbroken chain of black pieces, while white tries to connect the 2 vertical white sides with an unbroken chain of pieces. First to do so wins the game. Okay, so my only question would be if it's like the true square, or if some of these like rhombuses count as square, or I think it's just a true square because there's only there's enough of them. Yeah, and the other ones don't have crosses in them, so that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, weird. It's just my brain.
Yeah, this is the first time seeing a board like this.
I keep finding true squares and then losing them because of the rhomboid patterns.
Yeah. Okay. And then like bigger circular patterns almost type of thing.
Yeah. It would be super hard to play if you were on a lot of drugs. It's like I can't focus.
I think most abstract strategy games would be very difficult.
Just reading the rules.
Is it my turn first or what's?
Yes.
There we go. Oh, okay, yeah. I was thinking I was.
No, that's what I was thinking.
The other color, but good thing it still worked out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so what's. Okay, so then I can't place on the square right now, because if I do, then you could capture. Isn't that correct?
I'm still
not
100%.
Yeah, so 2 enemy pieces occupy opposite corners of a square. So, okay, that's not true. So if I played in the opposite corner, then if you played in the opposite corner, then you would capture of that square. Gotcha. If the midpoint's unoccupied. Yeah, that capturing thing's going to be midpoint squares. I'm not glued to society, so if we wanted to pick something as a municipality, or if we need to pick 2, one for the ambient one and one for the reggae one.
Yeah, what did we say? Papaya? Pawpaw?
Yeah, it was pawpaw or something.
I think the question is whether or not we want to stick to alliteration or not.
None of the other ones are alliteration. Yeah, this is tough. So MangoTown, Guava District, Papaya City. Yeah, none of them that I know are alliteration. I think of.
I guess the one thing that I'm not 100% sure about with capture is like if I have two pieces that aren't diagonally across from each other in a square, it doesn't matter, right?
No, it just says two corners of a square.
Midpoint. But like if I capture the midpoint, then it doesn't matter, right?
You can't place on the midpoint until you capture, I believe.
Oh.
A piece can be placed on the midpoint of a square only if all four corners of that square are currently occupied. Okay, so maybe not a capture, but...
Let me go back and check. The big old list of...
Yeah.
Papa Shire is pretty funny too, though.
Papa Shire, yeah. I remember, oh yeah, the one I laughed at, Pomelo Commonwealth. I thought that was really funny. Yeah. Yeah, this is... I really don't know. Just because I can't complete those lines.
I feel like you're trying to achieve the same goal that I am when you need to try and be achieving the opposite goal.
Yeah, I can't go left or right on those lines anymore because of those squares. I can't.
Oh yeah. Because it would open
And then, but you can't either. You can't connect those unless. Yeah, so we're both in the same position where we can't play on those squares, and that's the only thing next to pieces. So yeah, I'm really trying to start a new line and hope that some squares open up or something. I don't know. Yeah, or that we end up. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll end up having a double squares or something eventually.
Are you good, Spook? Yeah, hey, bud.
I had to turn on show last move and legal moves again.
Oh shit, that's right. Huh.
So so it's only if I have two in there and then you have two.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking, yeah, how do I connect it without? Okay, so this should be a capture.
Yeah, it should be.
Nice.
Nice. So the only way to problem capture is to
you have 2 in the square, and I place a second one down in the square. And then that captures.
Or I have 1 down in the square and you place the second one down in the square.
No, you have to have 2. 2 enemy pieces occupy opposite corners of a square. The third corner of the square is already occupied.
In the case that just happened, you had 1 in the square and I put down a second.
And then I put down a second to capture. So you had 2 enemy pieces, and then I already had 1 in there, and then I put a 4th one down to capture. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I guess I need to put it there.
Your sneeze?
No, the last meal did. I didn't need to connect this. If you put 1 down to the square, then I could still do it.
So I basically have to go to that corner
To prevent me from capturing.
Yeah. Go right on ahead, little buddy. So this should be a capture, right?
Perhaps. Nice. No, it's not.
Because they're...
Yeah, they're not opposite corners.
Guess that's the real trick there.
Huh.
So what?
Oh,
I guess
yeah, that changes things a little bit.
How does that work with it? Because the goal is to capture the squares, right?
The goal is to connect the two edges.
Ah, that's it.
Oh yeah, so it makes things a little bit easier, I think. I might be able to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Might be able to do this if. Yeah, because that's not a threat being captured. Okay, yeah, so I was definitely playing a little more cautious with those squares like that. I think you were too.
Yeah, absolutely. Huh. I don't know. I don't get how that's not a capture.
They have to be in opposite corners, not next to each other of the square. So connected by the middle line.
So it doesn't matter that my piece was on an opposite corner from yours when you played the third piece in.
Correct. Just the two enemy pieces occupy opposite corners of a square.
Gotcha. Oh yeah.
And here's the capture. Nice. Yeah, I saw that move and went for it.
You thought I was gonna watch at the same trap twice. I
Spoke too soon.
Yeah.
Nice. So unless I missed any captures, I should have this connected here.
Yeah. Now wait. I was surprised. I didn't realize that it wasn't connected last week. Nice. That's a fun one.
Yeah, good game. First time playing that connection game. Cool one.